Unresolved Problem segment tonight. Can the Democratic Party rise again? As you may know, over the 8 years President Obama was in office, the party has lost 10 Senate seats, 63 House seats, 12 governorships, 948 state legislative seats. So some believe it's because the Democrats play the race card all the time. People are fed up with it. Now there's a competition to see who will emerge as the leader of the Democratic National Committee. That used to be Debbie Wasserman Schultz, but she was fired because she let the Russians hack into all the emails. That's not true, that's a joke. But she was fired. Now, one of those in the mix is a woman named Sally Boynton Brown from Idaho.
My job is to listen and be a voice. And my job is to shut other white people down when they want to interrupt. My job is to shut other white people down when they want to say, oh, no, I'm not prejudiced. I'm a Democrat. I'm accepting. My job is to make sure that they get that they have privilege.
Now, that wasn't Saturday Night Live. That was an actual Democratic confab. With us now here in New York, Lisa Booth and Warren Williams. What? I mean, this is your party, Juan. These are your folks, okay? Yes. This woman wants to be the leader of the Democratic National Committee. So she's going to shut down white people, all right, who say they're not prejudiced. So if I, your humble correspondent, said, you know, I don't think I'm biased. I think I treat everybody the same. You shut up, O'Reilly. You're not allowed to say that, you white person. And this is what the Democratic Party is considering?
Well, it's only I that am allowed to say that to you. But no, I mean, clearly, I think this is, as you say,
it looked like a parody. Did it not
that's
look
what
like
I was just saying. It was comedic material.
But it was serious.
But the fact is that the Democrats, in their desire to have some resurgence, in fact, need to listen to white working class voters.
How about Sally? Do they have to listen to Sally? Should they listen to Sally?
Well, the best I can say about Miss Brown, right, or Boynton Brown, whatever, is that minorities often feel that they are ignored or not listened to.
You're talking about white people.
Even though blacks and Latinos are the base of the Democratic Party.
She's not talking about minorities, talking about white people.
Well, I think that's the problem, and especially when you have, after the Trump elections, Trump talking about white people who feel forgotten. I think the Democrats need to go to those.
So you're not approving of what Sally said?
Not in the least.
Well, I also think it's incorrect to say that that message is directly to white people from President Trump. He's talking about all Americans, every American who feels like they've been left behind by this economy. But you know what? I applaud Sally's comments because I applaud the implosion of the Democratic Party.
But that's a partisan
and as you pointed out, no, it's not. Well, actually, it is.
You're
it is.
a partisan.
Okay, right. But Bill, as you would point, but let me connect the dots here real quick. So as you had pointed out, the historic losses that the Democratic Party has faced, and why do you think it is? There's been this heightened focus on this class warfare, these sort of race-baiting kind of topics
beyond repair, and they still haven't learned their lesson. But don't you want two vibrant parties in this country, two common sense parties?
Yes.
You go, I want them to destroy themselves. I don't want a Democrat left standing. That's not what's good for the country.
But you know what is good for the country are common sense policies that help all Americans, whether it's moving these pipelines,
so we have to encourage Juan's
school choice, and those policies are right now being represented by the Republican Party. They're being represented by President Trump.
This is exactly
so that is why I want Republicans to do better.
Very partisan.
Very partisan.
Look, I'm going to tell you.
Partisan too.
No,
get out of town.
Let me just say that
you're not.
I am trying.
Listen, Juan is somehow objective.
I'm trying to be objective here, but it's very difficult given the partisanship on the set. But I will say this: even President Obama, in his farewell address, said we have to do a better job of listening to white America.
But you can't listen because Sally is going to shut you up.
Well, the people who...
Are you going to vote for Sally to be head of the DNC?
No, I'm not voting for Sally. But I will say this. Donald Trump, by the way, went beyond that. Because remember, Donald Trump really went beyond the gerrymandering efforts by Republicans, very partisan, and he appealed to people in blue states.
Last word, Lisa.
But
that's why he won.
I think it's also important to point out Representative Keith Ellison, another candidate for the DNC chair, has also made and written, very racially charged and racist remarks in his past. He said that black people need a separate country.
See if we can get Ellison on tomorrow or the next day, because Ellison comes on. At least he's
get him on there.
I don't think he's learned his lesson about this racial politics business either, but we'll talk to him. Thank you very much, guys.